Welcome to Bro Wild 2, guys. Today this is going to be our first video on the channel. We're going to be going over the boat we have right here and talking about this trip we're taking Saturday for fishing. So first off, the boat itself is a Canoe. It's pretty old, but it's like 20 feet long. It's very sturdy and nice. It does have a bunch of nicks in it for moistures and stuff, but it works pretty well. We also have our anchor line stuff up here. This is for dragging it. Now, also, we always have our sun hats, sunglasses, and life jackets. Very important to bring along. Now, let's talk about some of the other more interesting stuff. First off, we do have a lot of bogey boards. That's sort of questionable choice to use up this much space. But they do make good seats. They're also good for standing in mud if you need to be casting from some muddy land. And let's talk underneath here. We have the pitchfork. This right here serves many purposes. Number one, you can use it to like anchor in some mud if you want to like jab it in the dirt and hold the boat there while we go ahead and get to shore. You can also use it for spear hunting gators. If they are coming up to the boat and harassing you and trying to get attacking, you can just put one through their head. Now, I've also speared many a gar with this thing. I mean, only one, but it was in the shallow water, chased it down, put it through its head. It's very effective for spear fishing, so we also use that for, if we do see a fish and we need to spear it, we can do that. Now let's talk about one of the most interesting parts of this boat right here. This right here is an antique anchor. I mean, it's a beauty. It's a pickaxe duct tape. I mean, it's a weight duct taped, not duct tape, zip tied to a pickaxe with a nice strong rope on here. Very effective and very cheap. But regardless, let's come over here and talk about our fishing supplies. First off, this is the tackle box. I always have some zip ties in here. They're very important for anything. We also have the tackle box right here. You guys can see I have some jig heads and a bunch of hooks, some weights, some bobbers, just overall variety. These right here are what I'm going to be using for sharks if I need to. Right, yeah, a bunch of different hooks. Actually, these right here, these are the circle hooks I use for sharks. And I also have a bunch of different variety. Most of these are for freshwater fishing, a lot of them, but still, I have a good enough variety here for the saltwater. Next, I'm going to be using Gulp 4-inch mullet. They're very effective for redfish, trout, spotted trout. I think I caught a kingfish on one of these once. Very effective. I also have this shark jig right here. If it comes down to it, this thing will reel in. This thing will hold anything you really need. 250-pound test line. It's actually just a leader, but. And we have some other stuff down here, just a bunch of junk, nothing important. And some duct tape, that's also important, and some gloves. And I think that's about it for that. Now let's talk about, we have water right here. We have some food. We're going to stock up on food before we go. We also have our hand sanitizer, some sunscreen, and two other things right here. These are our two rod holders. I will occasionally have a hole drilled through here so I can zip tie it to this right here for holding a rod upright while we sail out. But this Saturday we might have to just lay the rods like this. And the cast net as well. It's about a 5.5 feet, 6 feet in radius cast net, so 12 feet in diameter. We also have two rods right here. This right here is actually my inshore redfish trout rod. I also use it in freshwater. I just have one of the mullet on here. They actually do dry up if you don't have them in water, so it's sort of dried up. I'll put a new one on here. This has 20-pound test line, and it's about, I don't know, 5-6 feet long. And then we come over here and see the shark rod. This rod right here is probably my favorite. I've reeled in probably a 6.5-foot shark on here once. I'm using a 120-pound test line. It has several different gears and stuff. I also have a 4-ounce weight on the end of here and a hook that I can use for smaller sharks. If we want to go big, I can also put my rig on there, but that was I don't know, $8, so I saved that for when we actually are at the beach and stuff. But I might be using it tomorrow. And that's about it for the fishing supplies. And then we just have the boat over here. This is another one of the kayaks we might be bringing. This is actually some of the younger kids. They have been planning to go out. Interesting boat right here. Another kayak over here. And I think that's it for the video so far. We've talked over the boat. I don't know, this is just a random video that I wanted to make, so Also, I'm using a new GoPro I got last night, so you guys can tell me if you like the footage. It can film in 4K, it can do so many different things, like it's extremely nice. It's the Gen 7 black, like, I don't know, like it's the version 2 of the Gen 7, so it works pretty well for my purposes, and I'm really happy with the purchase overall. And I'm also going to test to see if this can basically compute with my files and my computer editing software. So anyway, see you next video. Peace out.